What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Black Market. Wanted to give you guys an overview Tuesday night before market opens tomorrow. Wanted to go over the overall market and then go through a couple of stocks I got my eyes on for tomorrow. So, like always, let's start with the ES, the SPY, the Q, and the VIX. If we look at the ES, we can see here that the ES, the SPY, and the Q are all well above that 21 EMA. There has definitely been strength as of late, right? We had a nice bounce off the ES, SPY, and Q off that 21 over the last few days, and that strength has continued. When we look at the VIX is still well below that 21. Looks like we still have that downward trend on the daily. It does look like we're basing a bit, as you can see here, around that $17.29 level for the VIX, but we're still looking pretty weak there. So that's why the market is continuing strength. If I throw up my Keltner channels on the SPY or on the ES, you can see here, and actually let me maximize the ES real quick. This will give you a better look at what I'm talking about. So you can see red lines at 21. That first yellow line right is going to be 1 ATR from the mean. Second one is 2 ATRs, third, etc., etc. So you can see as we've gotten 2 ATRs recently away from that mean, we've had a pullback. So we got 2 ATRs there, 2 ATRs, nice little pullback here in January. 2 ATRs, we kind of consolidated a bit right at that 2 ATR level. Then we pull back again. 1 ATR, pull back. So you can see recently we're 1, 2, right? We're above that second ATR now. So we are a bit extended. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do pull back. It wouldn't be, a surprise if we were to pull back to catch our breath. Once again, it wouldn't be surprised if we kept going as well. Obviously, right, the market can do anything, but I would be prepared, right? Be looking for that pullback since we are at that 2 ATR level. And you can see here another sign too is you can see volumes dropped off a bit the last few days. We have made that move up just because we haven't had any strong selling volume, but at the same time we haven't had any strong buying volume as well. That volume has dried up a bit on that continue to move up. And if we look at X, I'll just type it in here. If we look at the SPY, where the Keltner's up, you can see, we're well at that 3 ATR level. We're right there, and if we're looking back, we usually get that pullback around the 1.5 to 2 ATR level for the SPY. And then if we look at the Qs, although the Qs were in a squeeze and are now firing on that daily, we're sitting right at that 2 ATR level as well. And if we zoom out, you can see where the Qs have actually been a bit stronger. Sector in general, you can see we've had a 3 ATR when we had that nice pullback in October, 2 ATRs, up near 3, 2 ATRs, up near 3 here, and then up near, right at 2 ATRs there as well. So 2 to 3 ATRs is when that Q looks to catch its breath or pull back a bit as well. So, like I said earlier, anything's possible, but don't be surprised if we do have a pullback or some consolidation here over the next few days. So now if we look at what I want to do is I want to look at a couple of stocks I have my eyes on. going into tomorrow. One of those is the big dog Apple. If we look on a daily chart of Apple, you can see, like, I like to see, which is part of my A plus setup, I like to see that stock squeezing, and then we have buying pressure coming in as well on that daily chart when it comes to Apple. Now, the only thing I don't like is I would like to have seen that Apple, that candle, be next to the mid Bollinger Band, and I might have missed a move on this because I should have an entry down here a couple days back. The other stock I'm looking at is AMD. So we got a little AMD action on the 2 hour. And so I really like AMD on the 2 hour. Now, technically, or I guess kind of setup wise, I don't see any buying pressure coming in here yet, but a couple things I do like about this is, one, prior to the squeeze, we've had some upward momentum. So we've had that strength behind that stock prior to it going into the squeeze. And typically, if you have strength behind a stock prior to it squeezing, especially if in a strong market, it should continue that move up. And the other thing I like is, if we look on a 4 hour chart, you can see that stock's kind of sitting flat. AMD is, so we've got plenty of room to actually move up on the 4 hour chart. And then if we look at the daily, we can see that selling pressure has dried up, and now those yellow lines have came in, and now we're kind of sitting flat there as well. And it seems like we've got a bit of upward momentum with that 5 MA and that mid Bollinger Band, so we can move up there as well. So that's what I got for my market overview, and a couple of stocks I'm looking at for tomorrow. If you got any questions or concerns, you know what to do. Hit your boy up. Once again, if you like the content, please like and subscribe. Talk with you guys later. Have a good trading day tomorrow. I'll holla.